Hey there, it's Dr. Juice, here to hit you with that daily dose of mind candy, an intriguing idea or concept that will help you out in your daily life or just give you something to chew on and think about in a fun way. We do this every day at this channel, so like and subscribe if you want to continue to consume that tasty mind candy every day. In today's topic, we're going to be talking about the idea of infinite topics. As human beings, we have created many concepts. Is there a finite space of concepts? Can we come up with only a limited amount of ideas collectively as humanity? Can AI actually just cover all the ideas that humanity has come up with and now we're useless? And at the same time, I'm going to tie these ideas into your life in an actionable way. That's hard to believe, but stick around and watch and find out how these weird ideas are actually going to be able to help your life. All right, now let's get into it. Recently, I was walking around thinking about YouTube video ideas. I will occasionally get these ideas in my head just during random moments. Some days I'll come up with a lot of really fun topics that I'll write down, and then other days it can kind of just feel like I'm running out of things to cover. There's like a couple big topics you can really hit to entice people. You know, there's health, there's psychology, there's general life advice, and this feeling is actually irrational because you can dive into each one of these topics and find an infinite number of topics to talk about. But nonetheless, every once in a while, I'll feel like this kind of enclosed feeling, like, what more is there to talk about? And that sparked another idea in me that I think is quite an interesting one. Is there a limit to the number of concepts that we can come up with as a human species? You know, if I make 200 videos from now, am I going to just be kind of rehashing and recombining the same concepts from before? Or are these going to be totally new? If we train an AI on my YouTube content 200 videos from now, is it going to be able to come up with all the ideas I can come up with, or am I going to be coming up with ideas that are outside the concept space of what it trained on? This is pretty similar actually to AI music generation. So we have new AI music generation coming out that can actually sound pretty good. Grimes actually released a album that was completely AI generated, and there was some like Kanye song, I think, that was pretty popular that was AI generated. So interestingly, these were able to make some pretty good music this way. But here's a question that remains. You know, we have the next hit music piece by a human being. What is that going to be? Who knows? But whoever comes up with that, would the AI actually been able to generate that? Is that within the space of recombining a bunch of music ideas that already exist? Or is this thing that the human beings coming up with that captures the audience in some passionate way? Is that something totally new? So this is a good question, and we don't actually know the answer to it. But similarly, that's kind of how I think about this channel. You know, am I going to run out of things to talk about, or can I just continually come up with these new things? So it reminds me a little bit of a self-help guru I used to read when I was younger, a teenager. The book was called Self-Development for Smart People. And as I say it out loud, this is actually, I can already tell this is a pretentious title, right? But as a teenager, I enjoyed that sort of stuff. I had fun reading the book. And there are some things I can take away from the blog of this guy who wrote it. This guy's name is Steve Pavlina. And some idea that he wanted to push out for his content was the idea of timeless content. This is the type of content where if somebody reads it 50 years from now or 50 years ago, all these people can still get value out of it. In today's times, we have content that is so dependent on current events and so on. Like, as an example, we can take MKBHD. He does great tech videos and product reviews. But these product reviews, you can keep doing these videos. They're always going to depend on kind of the current moment. So the latest phone review is going to be more valuable than the phone review that came out 5 years ago of a previous model. And that means that there's like a timeness to the types of videos that are made there. There's a lot of other videos that fall into this category as well. Not just videos, but any type of content really can fall into this category. You know, contrast this with like general principles for approaching life. I think Ray Dalio came up with a book called Principles, where he just talks about specific principles you can employ in your life that supposedly will help you. This is a pretty old book, but has stood the test of time. So in some sense, maybe this will be timeless content. Maybe this is something that 200 years from now people can read and still derive those general principles from it and give value there. So that's one thing, I want to try to incorporate in some of my videos at least, is some type of timeless content. I think is an interesting aim, an interesting goal to strive for. So what about the idea of infinite concepts though? Returning back there, I think, what you have to do is you have to give me 100 videos. So let me make 100 videos over a course of a year. That'll actually be 400 videos or so. And then we can take a look. We can look at my videos that come after that, take 100 videos after that, and see, are they falling into the same categories? Am I just reusing and regurgitating the same type of concepts but combined in different ways? Or am I truly coming up with something new? Really sparking the human element of creation that maybe can't be replicated by machines, or maybe it can. We'll see as time goes on. For your own self and your own life, how can you take some of the lessons here today? So keep in mind the idea of recombining concepts and also timelessness versus not timelessness. So, think to yourself the type of endeavors you're doing, or these kind of just a combination of things you've done in the past, or are you really trying to push the envelope for something new? Are you really coming up with something truly new? And try to create value that can be timeless in some way, at least some of the time. See if you're able to do it. If you're able to truly deliver some timeless content or some timeless value to someone, then you have touched a deep value in yourself that is profound in some way. So keep trying to capture these moments, these timeless values. And tomorrow I'm going to give you another concept. Maybe it will be timeless in some way. So make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video tomorrow. Peace.